house, which isn't so far away from where the new swamp is, and at least spend a day, and probably all that I would be able to do, day and dinner, and then come back home again to my daughter's house. But there's a possibility there. I'll put that bug out in your ear. Not that it's important, but just to let you know. So back to you, Steve.
Okay, and your kits. Yes, let me know when you get to those. I'd be curious to know what kits you have up there and what kind of fun you have putting them together if you're going to get to that stage. Or I know you're still in the cleaning out mode, and I have a lot of cleaning I need to do too. And it's not just my stuff, of course. Boy, I look at, you know, how our your wife has a lot of decorations and things like that she wants. And yesterday I was counting the wreaths that my wife had collected over the year, and I'm like wondering what am I going to do with all these. And here in Canton, I counted 13, 14 wreaths that she has in her wonderful collection. And I kind of put them all in one spot, and don't know what to do with them, that's for sure, other than donate them, or maybe some of my one of my daughters wants me to keep them and hold on to a couple of them. But I simply am not going to decorate like she did. I'll do some, but I got other things to do other than change the seasons with every other month or something like that. You know, I want to play with my toys, if you know what I mean. So, and if you can get down to Dayton or Xenia this year, that would be wonderful if you can figure out a schedule like that. I know I'm going, and at least spend a couple of days down there. I don't need anything either, but it is kind of fun to look around the flea market and go to some of the seminars and just get away for a while, if you know what I mean. So, back to you, N8BWB, WQ8T.
Alrighty, Steve, WQ8T, N8BWB, and I had to chuckle. Wreaths, that's something that women get into, I guess. My wife has all sorts of wreaths with plastic storage boxes with a handle on them. And each season, Christmas, spring, fall time, we have some new wreaths that go up on the door and on the fireplace wall in the family room, and they're not ugly, but they don't really move me, you know, like it does for her. But women get more into decorating. Anyway, yes, sir. I will keep that thought in mind. I don't know that I want to even mention it to my wife yet about possibly taking a trip over the Dayton weekend down to Lori's house so that I could be free to spend the day away. Because if I start talking about that, she'll start figuring out reasons why we can't do it. So, you know how that goes. But I know also, very much so, that I have been one who has always wanted to get back to having some time to play and put some kits together and all that kind of stuff. And so if you can find the time for that, more power to you. I thought I would, and yet it seems like it never happens. Well, I get a chance to play, but it's always only for, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and it's stolen time that I should be using for something else. So good luck to you if you can have some fun and play with those toys. When I get a chance to play with the toys I have, first I got to spend an hour relearning how to use them, if it's equipment of some type. And as I'm talking here, I'm looking up at the top of my bench here, and one thing I see is that Boonton meter for deviation and for modulation. Beautiful piece of equipment. And, it's sitting there. I very rarely use it, but that's something I don't want to throw away. But, I'm going to have to hit some swaps, and hopefully, maybe that's something that could even go, onto eBay or something, because it's sort of a specialized piece of equipment. Anyway, back to you, Steve.
WR8DAR.
Yeah, well, selling stuff and getting rid of stuff here. I have a collection of radios, that's for sure. It would nice to be able to get something nice and fancy like a Flex software-defined radio or something like that, but they still take up space on the bench and things like that, so it will just be a case of fondling and admiring that type of stuff. And I'm not active like I used to be, that's for sure, in terms of getting into contests and chasing DX. I'm just kind of like giving up on that, especially because of the sunspots. So I don't know if I'll ever get into that again. I don't have any overwhelming desire to chase new band countries right now, that's for sure. And I might want to, I do think about trying to chase 160 meter, getting 100 countries on 160 meters. That still is floating out there, and of course, I only got halfway towards trying to get 100 countries with respect to digital modes too. But, we'll see how if I ever develop interest to do that again. And your wife just doesn't want you to go to Hamfest. I don't know. Maybe she and I, we should have a luncheon together, and I'll query her and ask her, can Larry come out and play for a couple of days? How about that? So back to you, Larry. NABWB from WQAT.
Very good, Steve. Yeah, that's reminds me of childhood days. Yep, knocking on the door, and when the mother comes to the door, is Bobby home? Can he come out and play or whatever? And yeah, very good. Well, like I say, that's a possibility that just popped into my head as we were talking here this morning. So I doubt if it would be an overnight, just like I say, a long day, and meet up with you and not hold you down by tracking along with you the whole time, but I would be happy to have a chance to spend the day and see the swamp and talk to you as much as you can stand it. So very good, Steve. Well, it is 7 o'clock. My coffee's done here, and I'm going to get on upstairs. I guess Al must not be going to join us today, or he's listening in and is going to jump in right now. Who knows? But I haven't heard anything from Mike lately. I hope he's okay. I guess he's inactive right now on radio. So, but I'm stalling for time because it seemed like there was something else I wanted to mention to you, but it must not be too important. But if it is, I'll think of it by tomorrow. Now, are you planning on being on tomorrow? I will try to get on again tomorrow, even though Chuck won't be here. So I will say 7-3 to you, Steve, unless there's any other questions. And I was going to mention one thing else is I came across some stuff that I had been saving, some colored pencils and pens in cases that I had bought now and then over the years. So I'll give those to my young grandgirls because we do have a birthday coming up down there, and they'll have a lot of fun. They like to do all that arts and crafts type stuff. So that's some more stuff I can get rid of without having to throw it away. So I'll say 7-3 to you, Steve, and have a great day. Have a great day and enjoy the weather where we don't have to shovel snow for a little while longer. So 7-3 to you, Steve. WQAT NABWB.
Okay, yes, I expect to be around tomorrow, that's for sure, and I'll be up early, so plan on being here, and Chuck's not. Maybe Al will be on. And yeah, I don't know what Mike is up to. Hopefully everything is okay. He's just out traveling around with his wife somewhere and enjoying some different weather and enjoying himself. And I would love it to have more than a few minutes conversation and face-to-face and hanging out together at a date for a while like we used to. So always enjoyed those times. Anyway, take care. Have a good day. 73s. And I don't know if you noticed what's on my signal, but both yours and Chuck's signal today had a little more noise on it than I remember from previous times. So I don't know what's up. But we can talk about that tomorrow and see if the conditions are still like that. 73s, take care. Have a good day. WQAT, QRT.
Yeah, Steve, let me do one last comeback here, and then I'll get out of here. No, especially on this last transmission of yours, there's static on it, and I don't know why. Maybe it's snowing. But your signal is degraded by static this morning, so conditions or the antenna or the repeater or whatever, it has changed a little bit to the worst today. But I'll be on tomorrow, I believe. So 7-3s and a BWB. Now clear.
WR8DAR repeater.